everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 7 things to never do with the gas and brake pedals. These are things that you should literally never ever do with the gas and brake pedals. And obviously if you have a clutch pedal, this will pretty much apply to that as well in some ways, but I'm mainly talking about those 2 main pedals that you use to drive the car. Let's get right into the video. Number 1, and you'll find out why I'm laughing in just a minute. Number 1 is bouncing the brakes to the music. I'm laughing because I did this when I was younger, and I see people do this every day when they're in their younger days, but you know, make it wear off really quickly. I know you're gonna do it when you first get your license probably, but just make sure it wears off really quickly, okay? You know, you're listening to music, you're stopped at a red light, you got a little bit of space in front of you, and you're bouncing the brakes to the music to make your whole car go like this to the music, okay? Been there, done that. It was hilarious in the moment. Now that I think about it, it was one of the worst things I could do as a driver, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just imagining the cars bouncing all the way down the road. Number 2, inconsistent braking, okay? You need to practice your braking. You need to literally practice your braking. Go to an empty parking lot and just make sure you're driving and coming to a stop continually to practice estimating how consistently you need to be using the brake pedal. You got to pick a spot on the brake pedal that's going to work and use that spot, okay? That's how you brake. You don't like go in and out. You pick a spot, you brake, and you know that you have to hold it there to brake on time. That just comes with practice, so just keep on practicing. Number 3 is basically don't be afraid to push too hard on the pedals, both on the brake pedal and the gas pedal. I've seen people that are afraid to slam their brakes. They end up rear-ending other drivers and getting into accidents. Don't be afraid to slam on your brakes if you need to. If you want to practice that, to be honest with you, go to an empty parking lot, drive, slam on your brakes, drive, slam on your brakes. Don't do it, you know, like 100 times because you're going to end up, you know, wearing down your brakes. You know, wear and tear on your brakes will be significant, but do it like 10 times. Just practice slamming the brakes in an empty parking lot. You'll feel better about doing it if you ever need to do it. Also, don't be afraid to push the gas pedal down significantly. Don't be afraid to floor it if you ever need to. If you're going to drive fast in an emergency situation to get out of a situation in an emergency, you got to do it. It's as simple as that. Number 4 is don't, sorry about that. I have my notes on here. I wrote really quickly, so I wrote really messy, so I'm just going to read it. Don't push on the pedals with bad footwear, okay? Basically, you want to make sure you're wearing footwear that's secure on your foot, okay? A lot of people will say, like, don't drive with sandals, don't drive with high heels. Listen, follow your local legal regulations. Obviously, follow your local laws, but don't drive with any footwear that's going to hinder your ability to push those pedals consistently. So don't drive with like any footwear that's loose on your foot. Make sure your footwear is really tight on your foot and it doesn't hinder your ability to push those pedals down properly. Number 5, don't ever push them on the side of the pedal. So you have a gas pedal, you have a brake pedal. I've seen people, let's imagine this is the pedal, they push it on the side here, okay? And what happens is eventually their foot slips sometimes and that releases the pedal early. So let's say they're braking, right? And then the foot slips off. They might rear-end the car in front of them, or they might have to slam their brakes to not rear-end the car in front of them. If your foot is even remotely wet, you run the risk of your foot slipping off that pedal. Don't push it on the side, okay? Never do that. You want your foot to push it in the center of the pedal horizontally. Center of the pedal horizontally, okay? Number 6, never, ever, ever drive with 2 feet, okay? Just don't do it, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, it's dangerous because your left foot is not going to be as accurate for pushing that brake pedal as your right foot will be, because it's just the way you learn how to drive. And number 1, it is for safety, but number 2 is because you might end up hovering over the brake while you're pushing the gas pedal, which will absolutely destroy your car eventually. So if you hover over the brake with your left foot, it's resting on the brake pedal, while your right foot is pushing the gas pedal, it's just going to destroy it. Or you're braking with your left foot and your right foot accidentally touches the gas pedal. You might rear-end the person in front of you, right? It's as simple as that. You just don't want to do it. Number 7, last but not least, the 7th thing to never do is never push them at the bottom of the pedal as well, because your foot can slip. So like I said, I see some people that they have their gas and their brake pedal and they push it all the way at the bottom. It might be because their foot is a little bit smaller than average. It might be because that's how they feel comfortable with their heel. Don't do it, because what happens is if you're pushing it at the bottom, you know your toe doesn't reach the edge of your shoe, obviously. So your shoe might flex and you might flip off just fall off the pedal like that, slide off the pedal, slip off the pedal, and it's going to cause some problems for you. So never, ever, ever push down the gas or brake pedal at the bottom of the pedal. Your foot runs the risk of slipping off, which can be horrible. It can cause an accident. It's as simple as that. And those are 7 things to never do with the gas and brake pedals. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.